Alright, everybody, welcome back. This is Dan, and welcome back to Sailwind Episode 3 of the Insomniac Yacht Club. Our current mission for today is to head out to Gold Rock after we sleep the night away. We're gonna head out to Gold Rock, and then hopefully we'll be able to, head out to El Nalem so we can get the big bottle. That is the plan for today, and that is our goal. We need some food, we need some water, so we're gonna go ahead and grab some... That's not our cheese. Gonna go ahead and grab some of our cheese and chow down, and then drink some water. And then hopefully we can sleep the night away. And then we'll head out in the morning. So we'll just go ahead and take a sleep. It probably would have been smart to do this before we started recording, but, you know, it's fine. This is part of the enjoyment of Sailwind. We got woken up because it's midnight, so we could have taken a navigation thing if we wanted to at that point. But we don't have a clock or the tool that would allow us to do that, so there's really no point to it. Alright. So here's the thing, we're full up on sleep, but if we were to go to sleep right now, we don't know when we would wake back up again, so we're actually going to go ahead and set off now while we can. We are going to be fighting the wind most of the time, which is not ideal, but that's okay. We just have to do some fancy sailing in order to get out and around. So we'll go ahead and take the bow mooring line, chuck it in the boat. Go ahead and put the aft mooring line in the boat, and we'll head out of here. And then Gold Rock City, should probably turn on the lantern, there we go. We are down here at Albacore Town on the bottom right of the map here, and we're going up to Gold Rock City, which is directly northeast. But we've got to get through this channel here first, so we can go ahead and do that. I might turn the music down just a little bit, because I'd rather it be too quiet on the video than too loud on the video, and it's a little bit loud in my ears right now, so go ahead and turn that down a little bit. We've got some good moonlight though tonight, which is always nice. Of course, we're going to need to go directly into the wind in order to get around the island here, so we'll have to see if we can do it with enough speed. So we'll go full sails as soon as we can here, right about there. Take a look-see. Well, the wind is almost exactly coming straight from where we need to go. Oh, maybe not. We might be alright. We are currently going dead south, which is not the way we want to go. Alright. As soon as we pass that little bit of the island there, we'll go hard to starboard. See if we can catch some wind and do some upwind sailing. We might actually be okay, because we're currently facing directly west, which would take us directly out to Lion's Fang, but we don't want to do that. We want to get to Gold Rock. But we'll continue going directly west for now until we clear this outcropping here on the island, and then we'll start heading towards Gold Rock again. Good news is it appears the sun's about to come up, so we've got some gorgeous views here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a screenshot. Apologize for that terrible noise if you could hear it. I hope not. I've got the overlay muted, so hopefully that did something, but you never know. Noise. Good stuff. Alright, we're just about to pass that point of the island. Gold Rock, we can see, is right out there in the fog in the distance. So go ahead and point the boat towards it. Directly northwest. And there we go. We seem to have the wind on our side today, which is always a good thing. Probably open the sail just a little bit. There we go. And as the sun's coming out, we'll go ahead and turn the lamp off. Oh, now that is a screenshot and a half. Hold on. Beautiful. They're very nice. Might open the sails a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There we go. As we continue to make our way to Gold Rock. So if you missed it, at the end of last episode, we finally got enough reputation where we can start trading. So we've got we got mail here and grain, and those are our missions. And we've got a whole bunch of boxes of dates, which we're taking to Gold Rock City. And we've also got a mission for dates too. So which is why we've got no money at the moment right now, is because we got all of our money out on trading opportunities. So we got to, when we did the trading, it said that dates were worth 32 extra coins by the time we got back to Gold Rock City. So here's hoping that they're at least 15 coins profitable per box. It doesn't have to be the full 30. I'd be happy with the 15, but what we don't want is we don't want for them to have gone down in price. Because if they have gone down in price, well, that just wouldn't be good. Oh, can I get that, like, shadow of the moon in that screenshot? That does show up. That's pretty good, actually. Of course, we've got the seam in the ocean there. Kind of ruining the immersion. That's okay. We've got a decent wind on us. Might even be able to open the sails a little bit more. Beautiful. There we go. And if we open our logbook here, these are 3 missions that we have. You know, I might turn the game volume down just a wee bit. There we go. And go back to our log here. But we finally got the reputation in order to allow us to trade, which is that 300 mark. And of course, by the time we get back to Gold Rock City, we'll hit the next reputation level already. But if we go into our trade receipts here, down in Albacore Town, we spent 299 coins on 7 boxes of dates. And we're hoping that they're going to be worth more than that by the time that we get to Gold Rock. So if it does work out, we'll be rich, but if it doesn't work out, it may not be the case. But it's alright. It's very loud, but I'm still trying to work out the audio settings for the streams and for the YouTube videos and all that jazz, and it's a lot more difficult than you'd expect, so always give props to your favorite streamers and YouTubers for being able to figure this stuff out, 'cause it's not easy. It's hard to keep track of things as they're happening live without it ruining everything. But we're on our way to Gold Rock right now. It's going to be slightly slow goings, but we're not going too slow. We're not moving fast, but we're not going too slow, so all we can do is hope that the wind doesn't shift against us. But the sun's just about risen now. Have another good screenshot opportunity. Again, apologize if this makes that horrible noise. God, it's terrible. If you've ever taken a screenshot on Steam, you know the exact noise I'm talking about. It is ooh, it's just bad. You definitely know when you took a screenshot though, so you give them that, but and I do think it's a setting to be able to turn it off. But I don't have the stream things and like the recording thing. I don't have it set up to capture the shift tab menu. That way you guys don't know when I have to shift tab and open my Google search to determine which one's port side and which one's starboard side. But because it doesn't capture that, I don't know if it captures the screenshot sound, but that's okay. I won't edit it out because I don't know how. I'm just going to apologize profusely for it at the moment, so I hope that's cool. Well, we got a pretty good speed going if you look at the wake trails behind the boat. That's always good. Might be able to close the sails a little bit more. We don't have too much weight on us today, so we won't be pushed over too much. But it annoys me that we can't, that there's that like ruffle in the sail, but I can't really do anything about that. I think it's just a graphical glitch. But it's okay. Also the shadings are a bit weird on it at the moment. Like you'd expect this side to be fully lit, but it's just not. But it's a very early access game, so I mean, if that's a bug that I'm griping about, you know, they're doing pretty good. Oh, we need to drink some water. And this is topical, because the biggest plan for today, as we mentioned in the intro, is we started down here at Albacore Town. We're going to head up to Gold Rock City, and we're hoping to get some good winds so we can actually make our way out to El Nalem today, so that way we can get the big bottle of water. The big bottle of water lets you hold 10 drinks instead of 5 drinks in the bottle. We're also probably going to need to buy a barrel of water or two when we get to Gold Rock. That one might last, but I don't want to risk it too much if we don't have to. So if we can keep the winds that we have now by the time we get to Gold Rock, we might be okay. Granted, El Nalem is almost directly west of Gold Rock, which I believe is, yeah, it's almost exactly where the wind is coming from right now, but we should be fine. As much as I love this game, it's not really one that you can do much to, you know, like there's just times when we just kind of have to sit back, chill, and enjoy ourselves. Which doesn't matter to me, but I don't know how that comes across on the YouTube thing. I don't know, I watch my videos, I enjoy them, so if I'm my only fan, then so be it. But also at the same time, you know, like, I want these to be something that's like you put up while you're going to sleep, you know what I mean? Like, you want something that you don't really need to pay attention to too much. Because that's what I like looking for on YouTube sometimes too, you know? We've got a beautiful ocean today, almost flat as glass. Out there in the distance on the left side, we've got one of the AI boats. Just creeping out of the fog there. I don't know if you guys can see him or not. Hey, he's just a little dot there. But we do have some solid speed still. Not crazy amounts, but with the sea as flat as it is, it means that there's not too much wind out there anyway, so I'd rather take a short leisurely sail than deal with another storm. The storms in these small boats can be fun. By the time we get to the big boats, the storms will be annoying, but they're not really going to be a big issue for us. Unless we're overloaded, in which case we've got to be careful about it. But by the time we start getting to the other regions, they're going to be no stranger to rainstorms. Especially by the time we get to the, I forgot the name of it. Oh, the Emerald Archipelago. By the time that we get there, if we're scared of rain, we won't be able to do anything in the Emerald Archipelago. However, that will probably be the last major archipelago that we visit in this playthrough, just because of the way the trade winds work in Sailwind. They go in a big clockwise triangle, and I can explain more about that by the time we get to Gold Rock and we've got a big ocean map to look at. But basically, the region we're in now, which is the Al Ankh region, is at the bottom left of the triangle. The Fort Eastern region is the top bit of the triangle, and then the Emerald Archipelago is on the bottom right bit of the triangle, and the trade winds go in a clockwise direction basically, which is good. There is a secondary trade wind just over the bottom rung from Emerald to Albacore that goes the other direction, but it makes navigation a little bit more difficult, and honestly you don't need it too much usually. So, but you definitely want to go with the trade winds, because if you go against them you turn a 5-hour voyage into like a 12-hour voyage, which is never fun. Gratifying, but not fun. Well, the waves are picking up, and it looks like this wind has picked up a little bit, as you can see by our indicator flags not drooping as much as they were previously. And if you look behind us, Albacore Town's only barely visible in the mist, which isn't a bad thing. It means we've made some good progress so far. And of course, we're probably going to be coming into port here when it's going to be nighttime. It's based off of where the sun is. It's just past solar noon, it appears. What? We've taken enough screenshots so far. Just wait for some for the next journey. It's so hard not to take screenshots in this game. It's just pretty. Like, it perfectly... I like the art style of the game too. Like, it's that perfect, in my opinion at least, that perfect balance of like oil painting and real life at the same time, almost, you know? It's very Pinterest, is basically what I'm trying to say. Like, I would expect a lot of the screenshots that I've seen of this game to be like oil paintings of sailing ships on Pinterest, basically, is what this game reminds me of more than anything. This is not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. That's one of my favorite parts about the game, is the way it's styled. No, we are speeding up a little bit. The way the wind's looking, we might be able to pull the sail a little bit tighter. Just a little bit, there we go. Maybe steer ourselves a little bit closer to the left here, which is the port side. See what I'm saying? I just hit Shift Tab to see my my Google page brought up. I keep it set with the which side is port, which side is starboard. So that way when I forget, which is absolutely all the time because I can't remember nothing, is just right there. It's port starboard. I know the bow and aft though. I've got that one down pat, but I can only remember 2 things, okay? 4 things is just, that's pushing it. And especially at sailing, man, when there's so many random weird words that you can use to describe everything. Like, we've been calling this the sail, but because it's the main sail, we could call it the mainsail, which is just mainsail sped up and said really strangely, because that's just how sailing works. If we had a sail, like, over the cabin here in the back, that would be the foresail. But of course, in sailing, it's the foresail. Obviously, it just is. And like your steering wheel is actually the helm. Anchor is an anchor. That is normal, so that's good. Sea is picking up a little bit. We've got some big rollers, but that's about it. And the wind's still relatively in our favor. We still got our friend over there on the far left. They appear to be doing alright. I don't know where they're going though. Going the wrong way if they're trying to get to Gold Rock, but I don't know where they're going. Who's to say? If this wind holds, we'll have an easy time getting to El Nalem by the time, if it holds the night of course, because it could change over the night and day. But that's the only reason why we haven't been out that way yet, is because the wind has been constantly going almost directly from El Nalem, so it would have just taken way too long to get there. But that is the goal of the episode today, is to get to LLM, so we can get that big bottle. Maybe 2 big bottles, honestly, depending on the money that we have. But I also don't want to clutter up the wheel too much. By the time we get it, we can sell this bottle, because we won't need that anymore. Yeah, we'll probably just keep the 1 big bottle for now, but I'll mull it over a little bit while we're on the journey. We do need to eat some cheese, though, so we'll go ahead and do that. Nom 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 nom. And we are making it. We won't be too far away now. And then we determined last episode that we do need a spyglass. However, the regular spyglass and the big spyglass are only like 300 coins apart in this region, so we may just save up for the big spyglass, as useful as the regular spyglass is. Because while we're doing the inner island runs here, we don't really need it too much, except for when we go hunting for, what is it? The Albacore Academy, which is right up there, which is basically just like a little lighthouse in the middle of the ocean. It's not even like on an island or nothing, it's just like there. And it can be a pain to see. But also, it's relatively simple in directions from Gold Rock again, so we may not need it. I'm gonna mute for a second here while I take a drink of water. I'll be right back with you. Oh, you can never go wrong with cold water, honestly. I love it. Bring us a little bit more to the port side here. If we were to continue on our current course, we would have hit the rock. So we would have technically made it to Gold Rock, but we wouldn't have made it in the way that we want to have made it to Gold Rock, you know what I mean? But we're still going at a pretty good clip. The boat looks all neat and tidy with everything stacked up the way it is. Now we could completely and totally fill the boat, but then it wouldn't look neat and tidy, so we're not going to do that. Now by the time we get to the big boats, we could just shove everything like under in the first hold, like we're going to stuff it. But for now, while it's out and visible, we're going to keep it relatively neat. To be honest with you, even by the time we do get the big boats, we are going to keep like the inside relatively neat. Because if not, I will go mad. It's just who I am as a person, I'm sorry. We might actually get into Gold Rock before the sun sets, which is pretty good actually. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, that's pretty good. We're currently looking, what is it, 45 degrees above the horizon, so it's about what, 3 o'clock or something? PM. Which is, what is that? 3, 12, 1500, I think? I don't know, it's math, I don't do math. And when I do math, it's usually poorly. I can do rounding, but that's pretty much it. Oh, see, you just hit the external camera and it's just, oof, cinema. So good. We're starting to be able to see the detail of the fort walls of Gold Rocks here, which is a good sign. We might actually be able to get tied off before the sun goes down, which I think I just said like a couple of minutes ago, but that's what you get when you have to, you know, continue talking for so long. I don't have much to say usually, so I just kinda gotta ramble about stuff. And Sailwind, as you may have noticed, isn't really a game that you can continue describing. You're on a boat. It's bobbing up and down in the waves, and there's a stiff breeze coming from your south by southwest quadrant. You're going at about 4 knots. The sea is mostly calm, but slightly bobby. It's a nice day. Like, you can't really continue commenting on it like that, you know what I mean? I mean, you probably could if you had, like, skills or something, but... What do you think I am, a professional or something? You hit the wrong channel. If you want scuff, this is where you want to be. If you want professional YouTube making videos, it's not here. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I know. You are all absolutely gutted by this. I know. I'm sorry. But it's the way it is. One day, perhaps, a very, very, very long time in the future, perhaps, but not today. For now, you just get a rambling idiot on the screen. And if you don't like it, honestly, you probably clicked off the video by now if you don't like it. But if you do like it, and you're like, what is this dude talking about? I'm thoroughly enjoying these videos. What if, and hear me out, what if you left a like? Hey, I know, shameless plug. A comment maybe to tell me how much of a shameless plug it was? That would be pretty cool. I know. Oh, everybody hates hearing it, everybody hates doing it, but it does help, it does work, so. Meanwhile, my Twitch people are like, bro, what the hell are you talking about liking and commenting, dude? Of course, the real joke here, YouTube people, is that there's no Twitch people actually here. The real joke here, Twitch people, is that there's nobody who actually watches the videos on YouTube. So it's a double-edged sword. It's just me talking to myself the whole time. That's the real trick of the thing. But we're getting close to Gold Rock. Which means that I've almost rambled myself long enough for us to have made it to our destination. And we're still beating the sun, which is good. Just take a look around, admiring the views. Now here's another thing that we have to take a think into. Do we want to upgrade this boat, or do we want to save up all of our money and go straight for the big boat? And that's going to be a thing that we're still going to have a couple of episodes to decide, because the upgrades to this boat aren't going to be cheap, right? And realistically, the setup that I usually put on this boat, we don't necessarily need if we keep this sail arrangement. Because I basically turned it into a schooner, or a sloop, right? But the sloop sails layout is basically this sail just as two separate sails instead of as the one sail. So we don't necessarily need to do that layout, is what I'm saying. Like, I usually do it just because I like the way it looks, but we don't need to. I should also turn a little bit so we don't hit those pylons. That should be alright. Maybe a little bit further. And then another thing we could do is we could take out the canvas roof and we could replace it for a solid wooden roof. But again, I don't know if we necessarily need to do that. You know what, I may not change the sail configuration on this boat, because I do like changing the sail configuration on the big boat from this region. Because it just has two big sails of the type that this boat has. So imagine like the sail that we currently have, right? Just two big versions of that. Super easy to use and super nice. But sometimes it's fun to change things up. Especially with the accurate sailing physics that this game has with the windage. So we'll keep that in mind as we go forward. But also, the upgrades to the big boat are more expensive than the upgrades to the small boat. So like, if we buy the big boat, then it would be longer, but we'll start making more money when we have the big boat. So maybe that'll cancel out. Things that make you go, And we've almost pondered about this long enough to be inside Gold Rock City waters. Which is good. Ignore the island boundary again. It'll be fixed one day. One day. probably a long time from now, but it'll be fixed one day. But again, I have absolutely no issues with that. And honestly, it's kind of nice too. Because when it's like super foggy outside or super rainy outside, you'll be like, am I anywhere close to an island? And then you'll see like a big vertical wall of water and be like, alright, bet, I'm almost there. So it's weird, but it is useful. You can see now that especially we've gotten to the island waters, everything's calmed down. Also, we're a little bit in the wind shadow of that mountain there. But we still have enough wind to get where we're going, so we're good. The sun may beat us though. It's taken an astounding lead. We'll tighten up the sail and see if we can squeeze as much speed out of the wind as we can. That did give us a little bit more. Oh, that's another good screenshot. Hold on. Boom! As you can tell, I like to use the shadows of the sails and like the darkness instead of just like the light side. I mean, it's not like the light side's any better, but I like the silhouettes. We'll probably get to port we'll probably get to tying off just as the sun goes down, so. Then when we get into port, we'll go ahead and drop off our mission items. And we'll take our... What are they? Our duo? I forgot I was still in steering mode. Take our, what are these, date boxes and put them on the... Put them at the area, but we won't... we might sell them actually. Yeah, we may as well sell them. Then we'll take a sleep. And then in the morning... We'll grab some snacks from the market and buy another barrel of water, I think. We might buy a barrel of water because we could make it to Elnalem, and we can buy water at Elnalem, but it is a bit expensive. But also, we don't want to waste space on the boat if we don't need to. But also by the time that we get to the big bottle, we could just empty the barrel into the bottle, so... I mean, not the whole barrel, half of what's left of this barrel. We can take 10 drinks in there. Alright, we've got to do some maneuvering to come into port here. Since we're coming in at a terrible angle. We'll turn the lantern on. The lantern on for us so we can see. And we're basically aiming not for the dry dock over there on the right, but just to the left. There's that little corner piece there. We're aiming for right about there for the moment. And we come up here and put this at about half sail. Noise. Tighten you all the way. Noise. Then we'll do a little bit of an S-turn here to scrub off some speed. And then straighten it out a little bit. Hard to port. Pull it up all the way. Straighten it out as it coasts in. And one final yank on the wheel. And then we're right about here. Yoink. Very good, very nice. Go ahead and tie off both sets of mooring lines. Yeah, we're tired, we're hungry, we need to sleep. Literally just the story of my life. You think you're special. So what we will do is, you know what, we may as well wait till the morning. That way we can try to sleep some of our journey tomorrow. Grab some water, drink some water. And then we'll go ahead and turn off. I'll tell you what we will do. We'll go ahead and deliver the mail, because that just seems like a good thing to do. And then we'll go ahead and take a sleep and wake up in the morning. Woke up because it was midnight. You could take a navigational reading if we had the tools, but we A, don't need to, and B, don't have the tools. And this is just about sunrise. We may as well go ahead and wake up. Yeah, we may as well. We'll start getting everything put on the dock. Because it's going to take a while. So we'll go ahead and grab all of our dates. And these are the ones we're trading. These aren't the ones that we have for the mission. And then one thing I will do is I will leave the ones that we have for the mission outside until after we've done the trading. Because I don't remember if that will change the price or not. So we're not going to take any chances. We'll just stack those up there. And then we'll sell these ones after we get everything unloaded. To tomorrow, so we can pop you there. Oop. And then this is another one of the ones that we're trading. That can go there. Another one that we're trading. This is one of the mission ones. Trading box. Oh, I fell in the water. Boop. Got one more box. I believe this is a trading box. Yes, it is. So we'll add that to the pile. Then we'll come in here, go to our trading. Dates is what we have. We can actually sell them for 72, so we will actually make the 30 gold profit per box that we had, which is good stuff. So we'll go ahead and sell all of those. Oh. Now if you'll remember, we spent 299 gold on all those boxes of dates, and we just sold them back to Gold Rock City, and we've now have 492 gold in our inventory. So that is good stuff. And we still have these missions to drop off, so we'll go ahead and do that. Boom, boom, boom. Now does that decrease the price? It was at 62. Okay, it's still at 62. So we could have turned in the mission and then sold the dates, but that's okay. We do still have these boxes of grain to jump in the ocean with. Boxes of grain to deliver. There we go, there's one. Oop, there's two. And then here's the third one as we get stuck on that cart. I always get stuck on that cart, it's incredibly annoying. And there we go, that's all of our missions done. We're going to come over here and turn off the lantern because we're wasting candlelight. And if we go ahead and look at our log, we've already gotten to the second level of reputation. So the next level of reputation is at 2,000. So we'll get there eventually. And really at this point the only reason why we want to continue increasing this reputation is so that we can keep getting the retail discount and then some extra missions, but the retail discount is really the one that we want. Let's see here. How's the wind treating us at the moment? Directly east-west, of course it is. Or west-east. Which is exactly the direction that LLM is. But we really need to get to LLM. I want that big bottle. Of course, there's not too much expensive missions going to LLM. Oh, that's so much money, bro. That's also a lot of money. It's okay, we're trading now. We're making good money anyways. So we might go ahead and take the thing of salmon. That is a large amount of boxes though. And there's also mailed LLM. Is there anything else? Water and beer, which are all big bulky things for not too much money. That's no fun. Alright, well. It's morning, so the people in the market, are they here? No, it's just the ghosts of the people of the market still today. That's alright. But we... how do we want to do this? We'll go ahead and grab the salmon mission. And start getting that loaded up. Because we don't want to start trading until we're able to get some food and everything from the market. So we need a lamb steak. Because we've only been eating cheese, our nutrition is going down. Which, that's part of the new update that I don't really know how it works yet. And I don't know, like, what the amount of grace period time on that is. Like, if it's something that, like, you only have to worry about, like, every 10 days. If it's something that you only have to worry about, like... That works surprisingly well. If it's something that you only have to worry about, like, on long voyages. Or, like, how it works. Because we've just been eating cheese for the last 5 days in game. And... I could imagine that that wouldn't do well to anybody's system, you know what I mean? Just eating cheese for 5 days. How do the French do it? I mean, it helps when you have so many different kinds of cheese, but still. There we go. And I believe if we come over to the market, now that the sun's up proper, yeah, everybody's here now. Amazing. How much do you sell barrels of water for? That's not bad. We're actually gonna go ahead and buy one of those, so we need it anyways. And we'll come over here and pop it on the boat. Boop. Brilliant. That works so well. I'm so proud of you. Really? There. Really? We're still gonna do this the hard way? Come on. Yeah, there we go. Alright, good. And then I'm gonna buy a lamb steak and maybe some bread. Lamb steak. Nice. And we'll buy a loaf of bread and put it in our pocket. We got 492 coins. How much is the 484. We could afford it, but then we won't have anything to trade. So we'll wait. As much as it pains me, we will wait to buy this the next time we come to Gold Rock City, which won't be too long at this point. I will tell you though, the one thing I am going to do is I am going to buy a broom because the boat is getting dirty. And I don't like a dirty boat. A clean boat is a happy boat, is a fast boat. It's none of those things, it just makes me feel better when the boat's clean. Also, it'll give us something to do on the journeys. And that's pretty good. Boop. Oh, it slots perfectly back there, which is nice. How much money do we have? 485 coins. So what we will do is we'll also go over here and buy a bottle of water. Down it in one go and scare the daylights out of this person. There you go. And we could buy a fishing rod. How much is a fishing rod? 58. A box of hooks for 8 coins. But now that the new update exists, we have to cook the fish to be able to get the best nutritional value out of said fish. So it may not be in our best interest to buy the fishing rod just yet. I do think we need more cheese because we are running out. That's goat cheese. That's also goat cheese. So now this is another thing, right? So that's 108 coins at the market. But if we come over here and see what it is at the trading office, it might be cheaper to buy it here. Goat cheese, it's also 108 here. So we may as well stimulate the local economy instead of just fill the coffers of the trade person. Hello, I would like 1 box of cheese, please. Thank you. So even with all of our purchases, we've got 375 coins left to spend on trading, which is still more money than we had when we left, than when we bought all of the dates last time. So we're still on the up and up. Oop, you go there. Cheese, go there, and we'll put you on top. Beautiful. So now we've got the old box of cheese with only a few cheese in it. We've got the big box of cheese with a lot of cheese in it. And now we can spend the rest of our money on trading. And we're looking for LNLM, so we're looking for profit to be positive in LNLM. And salmon is looking like a great idea. You can only buy 3 things of it, but we're going to be getting 77 coins a pop for it. So we'll see if we can find anything that's more valuable than that. Cheese isn't bad, but it's more expensive to buy, so we won't be buying it. Rum's okay, but it's for the amount of money that we'd spend on 2 barrels of rum, we'd only be getting 40 coins. Whereas we could just buy 1 thing of the salmon and get triple that, basically, with 70. The wine isn't bad, but it runs the same thing. Sausages are pretty good, but we could only afford 2 boxes of sausages. Pork's okay, but again, it's really expensive for not that much return. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and buy more boxes of salmon. Clear them right out. There we go. 3 more boxes of salmon. See if there's any more missions down the limb. Yeah, we got some mail, which we can definitely take. Anything else? Rum. That's 1 barrel. We can chuck in 1 barrel somewhere. That'll be fine. Anything else? Water? That's 6 barrels. We don't have room for 6 barrels. And I think that might be it, but that's okay. Oh, just chuck it everywhere, why don't you? Honestly, no respect. Go ahead and boop, pop those down. We've got 2 more boxes of salmon to load up. And these are hot commodities apparently at LNLM. All this salmon. So you want to make sure not to damage it in any way. Boop. And we'll pop you. Really? Really? There we go. Then we'll take our barrel of rum, which is going to be a pain and not stand up properly. Actually, do we want it to stand up properly? No, we probably do want it to go on its side. Alright, come on, barrel. There you go. Good enough. We'll go ahead and take the mail and we'll chuck it down in here. Does it even fit there? Not really. What if we do it the long way? It's mail the long way. I don't trust it. That's gonna fall out. We don't want to lose the mail. So we'll just take it and pop it right up top. That'll be fine. Oh wait, hold on. I think I've got a genius idea. Slide it down in there, boys. Hell yeah. Nice. Of course now it's difficult to walk past it on either side, but that's fine. Alright. Where we're going is exactly where the wind's heading from. So, Godspeed to us. I can't imagine this will go too terribly wrong, but you never know. How do we want to do this? We'll go down over here and drop about a quarter sail. And give us a bit of a port side lock. I fell into the ocean. Boop, there we go. Bop. Toss one mooring line in, toss the other one in. Give the boat a bit of a heave. I fell into the ocean again. And we'll come back over here. Give her full sail. Oh, we got the roughness graphical glitch out. That's nice. My friend, we don't need your wares here. You don't need to be telling me that you can buy viewers. We don't need to buy viewers. Okay, I don't mind that there's nobody watching me, alright? Be gone. Apologies, YouTube friends. There was a bot in the Twitch chat trying to sell me YouTube, or sell me viewers. Sell me viewers. Why do I want to talk to a bunch of bots, bro? I don't speak bot. Beep boop, beep boop, beep. Am I right? You can't see it, but all the bots in chat are laughing their asses off right now. There's nobody in chat. Don't let me fool you. We're almost... Oh, it's gonna be difficult to get out of here. Because we need to do a zigzag line, but almost the right direct reason we need to do our zigzag on, which is right about that way. Yeah, like right around this way, right? Is almost exactly where the wind's coming from. So we've gotta... You gotta do this carefully and tactfully. And there's a sailing joke, because the maneuver we're pulling is called a tack. So we're doing a tactful tack. Get it? Yeah, I know. Top tier comedy, really. That's why everybody's flocking to the channel. But I think we should be alright to make the turn. We might have to do a double tack, but that's fine. Oh, we might be alright. No, we're gonna have to do a double. That's okay. And tacking is the zigzag maneuver that sailing boats do, so that way they can go upwind. Basically, they're going sideways up the wind, two different versions of 90 degrees from the wind, right? So you do that enough times, and you'll get to where you're going. It'll have just doubled the distance that it took to travel there. I don't know if you guys can hear the song that's currently playing, but it is, for sailing, it's a vibe, honestly. That medieval kind of bardcore kind of sound. We've got a pretty good speed on us, even though we're going upwind. It's the power of all the fish that we're taking to Elna Lim. But yeah, we're right here in Gold Rock, and that's where we're going, which is west-west-northwest, which is right about this side-ish on a compass rose. So we'll go ahead and take out our compass, make sure we're going in the right spot. We are not. And the reason we're not going in the right spot is because we're exactly going... The wind is coming from exactly where we want to go. Hey, what's up, Glitchy? How you doing? Welcome in. This is not Witcher. This is a little game called Sailwind. Which is, well, as you might have guessed, a sailing game. Very slow paced, but big vibes. I'm gonna have to do another maneuver on our tack here. Otherwise we'll never make it out of the harbor. And we'll keep it about that way for now. Oh, the wind's still not too happy with us doing that way. So we're gonna have to go the complete wrong direction for our attack on this one, which isn't ideal. Especially because we've got a little bit of a rock there to worry about, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. We will be needing to buy a box of candles here at some point, which will be a big hit to the expenses. Because these boxes of candles are 253 coins a pop. You do get like 10 or 12 candles out of a box of candles, but still, that's 253 coins that we could be spending on making more coins. You know what I mean? So. But, if I don't buy candles, then when it gets to be nighttime, nobody on the YouTube or Twitch side of things will be able to see anything. So it's an expense we have to bear, as much as I don't want to pay for that expense. How are we going? We're currently going directly northwest, which honestly we can live with for a while. looking good on the sails. We could come a little bit closer to the port side if we wanted to, but we may run the risk of drifting into the wind directly. But we'll try it. Because that's a little bit closer to where we want to go. So if we can keep this course, we'll be fine. If. Which is a big if. But if we can keep the course, then we should be at Elnalem. We probably won't make it today. Just going upwind. We might make it tomorrow. Like, in-game, right? But we may also pass it while we're sleeping, which would not be good. So, we'll find out. I don't know how this will work. But this is the first time leaving Gold Rock City to the west of this playthrough. We've entered it from the west the first time, on the first episode, when we came from Neverdin, I believe is the starting island. But other than that, the winds have been pushing us towards the south and east side corner of the map. So this will be our first foray into the western islands. And then, which is good, because we'll be able to, I know I keep going on about it, but we'll be able to get our big bottle, which I really want. It's not too expensive either, it's just out of the way to get to. And the wind is almost always blowing from there, so it's just a pain to get to almost all the time. But there's also a mine on Elnalem, and it makes iron, I think? It's either iron or stone, it's some sort of like raw material is what it really makes, and then Gold Rock City pays a whole bunch for it. You do have to be careful though, because that material is very heavy. But that will be our goal for this episode, is to get out to Elnalem and buy the big bottle. And then starting the episode after that, I don't know. As you can tell, I don't have much of a plan for this series as much as it is just get the, like, we want to run the circuit, right? Of all the big islands, but then there's also some hidden islands, if you will, that don't appear on the map, that you only know of through rumors and sea shanties and old salty tales. Whether or not they be accurate is for us to find out eventually. But we're not going to be doing any of that in this boat. It's tiny. I don't want to be spending a whole 7 days at the sea in this boat. We're going to need a big boat for that. And also I'm going to have to figure out how to do that with the YouTube videos, because like I could just upload a 6-hour episode of like one ocean voyage, but would that be exciting? Granted, exciting really isn't the name of the game for the channel, so like maybe I do it just to like as a screw you to the upper echelons of the algorithm. Like this is a 6-hour video where mostly nothing happens. Take that. I almost like doing it that way just for those reasons, honestly. So we might upload a 6-hour episode of The Crossing. It's not like I've got YouTube subscribers to lose, you know what I mean? Well, C's building. Which is both a good thing and a bad thing, to be fair. It doesn't look like we've gotten very far, which isn't great, I'll be honest, but, you know, that's fine. It'll be fine. I may end up splitting this episode into 2 parts, depending on how this, on how long it takes us to get to Elnalem. Because it was already an hour by the time, or just about an hour by the time we left Gold Rock, because that was a little bit of a long haul journey. But it's because we were awake the whole time. But the journey to Elnalem takes a bit more time usually, so it is specifically, what is it, 55 miles, but it's 55 miles into the wind. So. Also, it's very difficult to see El Nalem from a distance, which is not ideal. Which is why I did kind of want to buy the spyglass, but we need to prioritize making money first, and then we can buy the spyglass. In your playthrough, you're probably going to want to buy the spyglass first, but in this playthrough, we're full sending. Also, when it's 77 profit to deliver fish, we take those deals. You know what I mean? But what I will tell you is what we will do is, well, first things first, we're going to go ahead and check our heading, make sure we're still going the right direction. And we're going the right direction-ish, which is good enough. But we'll go ahead and take our broom and start cleaning the place up a bit. Oh yeah, that was dirty. We don't need this to be dirty, we need this to be clean. A little bit of a clean never hurt anybody. Because we want to keep the boat ship shape. Hey, got him. Honestly, if you clicked off the video right then and there, I wouldn't be angry. I'd be like, yeah, alright, that's fair. This dude making puns, bro? What on earth is going on, man? Clean, clean, clean the boat. Get all the dirt away. Very good, very nice. Broom, why are you stuck, broom? There you go, you're fine. Well, we do have some good news. We are needing to sleep here shortly. Hold on, are we drifting a little bit further out? We are drifting a little bit further north than we want to, which is a good thing actually, because it means that the wind is shifted slightly. So you can come right about here, open the sails just the littlest amount. I think that may have been a little bit too far. Yeah. We can go ahead and leave her like that. Big rollers today. The ocean's big, the ocean is powerful. We are merely but a cork in this vast ocean. We are moving though, and we're not moving too slowly either, which is pretty good. And nighttime's coming up, which is also good, so we'll be able to fast travel in heavy quotations through some of our boring journey. But that won't be for another few minutes yet, so let's just chill for a few seconds and then enjoy the ocean. What that actually means is I'm gonna mute for a few seconds so I can grab a glass of water. I'll be with you shortly. Hang tight. Apologies, I knocked the mouse. Hope you weren't looking too intensely at the screen just then. That could have hurt the eyes. Alright, we've got another screenshot opportunity coming up here with the water looking like it does. Oh, too good. Grab some of that silhouette action. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. How are we looking on sleep too? Oh, so we'll be able to get sleep through a good amount of the night. And the more of the night that we can sleep through, the more of the journey we can sleep through. So that's not a bad thing. The wind does keep pushing us to the northwest, which isn't great, but we can make that work. It just means that we're going closer to about here instead of more about here. but that's okay. I'm gonna alt-tab here and check the audio monitors, make sure that's still working. Make sure I actually unmuted the microphone when I got back, which I did, which is good. Oop, alt-tab back in. And we'll wait till just after the sun sets, so we'll take our little sleep. How's the wind pushing us? Further and further to the north, which we don't want. So we'll go ahead and pull the sails in a little bit tight. Oh, just getting a bit of a chop on now. It's the waves that are pushing us off course more than anything. The waves are, as you could imagine, a lot more powerful than our tiny little boat here. But as long as we keep mostly northwest, we should be okay. We don't have any water in the boat, which is always a good sign. We can't see where we're going yet, and we won't be able to for a while, but we've still got Gold Rock behind us. Now what we are going to do before we go to bed is we're going to go ahead and pull up sails by just about a quarter. Just in case the wind picks up in the night, we don't want it pushing us over. Especially with the size of these waves, we could just go straight over if we weren't careful. And well, we don't want that to happen, because that would be a pain. Come on. We want to stay closer to the northwest. We might want to lock the wheel about there this time instead of keeping it loose. Oh, it is steering us though. We don't want to steer too much. The waves are picking up. Poseidon is angry with me. What have I done, Poseidon? What have I done? Now, do we take the gamble and lock the wheel, or do we not lock the wheel? Turn the lamp on for a few minutes here. Will we make a decision on if we want to lock the wheel or not? Because this is just about the direction we want to go. We are still moving. We'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and take a couple of drinks of water. Then we'll go to sleep. And hopefully when we wake up, we won't be facing the wind directly. So here we go. This is the moment when we find out when we wake up as to whether or not locking the wheel in place was a good idea. Of course, when we wake up is a few seconds away. The sleep bar is going so slowly because we're not at anchor or at port. But when you're either at anchor or at port, it goes up a whole bunch faster, so. Considering the hammock that we're laying in is outside of the boat and half the time under the water, I can't imagine why we're not getting as much of a restful sleep as we do when we're stationary, but beyond me, really. Alright, so we're waking up because we need water, which was indeed the plan. And we are facing directly into the wind, which was not the plan. Oh, and we're going backwards. Which is actually not a bad thing, because we can basically do a J-turn with the wind. So we'll do that, we'll pull that all the way tight. There we go, and then we can go ahead and take the wheel and straighten it out again. Which is very nice. There we go, and now we're going forwards again. So locking the wheel in place was not our greatest idea, so I guess we'll just leave it there. We can still see Gold Rock in the distance, just barely, although I don't know if you can see it on the screens. But we'll go ahead and take our drink of water. Only 2 again this time, so we can check our course. We are already drifting, but what are you gonna do, really? Might be able to do that. It'll be fine. I'd rather be going northwest than directly into the wind, because if we go directly into the wind, we just go backwards, so we don't want to do that. Doing some more sleeping. Sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. Sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. Sleeping, 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 sleeping. And I said, honk, shoo, me, me, me. Honk, shoo, me, 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 me. Don't worry, we'll wake up eventually. TM. Well, the wind is still going kind of crazy. And we are still going, we are still going northwest, which is good. Gold Rock doesn't appear to have gotten further away, which is not good. Can we see anything on the horizon other than Gold Rock? And that's a no. Which direction are we going? We're still going northwest. Okay, so we are still going kind of the right direction. And the wind has shifted a little bit, so we can go a little bit closer to the direction that we actually need to be going. Which is good. So what we're looking for on the horizon is off to the port side. We're looking for a little outcropping of an island, and that will be Lion's Fang. And then past Lion's Fang, we're looking for an outline of a crane in the mist, and that's going to be El Nalem. If we see a big lighthouse off to the right, or the starboard side, that means we've gone too far north. But it's not a bad thing to have found, because that is an island that I've previously only found accidentally. So, and this will be a little bit more difficult because we don't have the spyglass, but that's alright. Take another drink of water. And as we are still going the correct direction, we'll go ahead and eat some bread. And you know what? I think we're going to sleep a little bit more to fast forward some more time. Well, fast forward is a bit of a stretch when you sleep as slow as you do, but still. And when we wake up, we're hoping to see one of those two or three visual landmarks. This is where the spyglass would have come in useful, but well, we saved our money to trade. Oh, we're heading directly into the wind again. Of course we are. Oh, but we're not heading so far directly into the wind that we can't get out of it. So we're not doing... So it's kind of okay, actually. We do appear to have hit a bit of a doldrum, though. Because the wind, the seas are very, very flat. We still can't see our 2 landmarks that we were looking for. So this might be a longer journey than I expected it to be. Which, if that's the case, this will end up being episode 3. Nope, episode 4 instead of episode 3. And the first half of this recording will be episode 3. Which will be very confusing when I go to record the next episode next week. But that's listen, it'll be fine. How are we looking on the wind? How are you looking, my friends? We could open the sails a little bit to get some more forward momentum, maybe. Just a little bit, maybe about there, so we can get an angled load. Because we want that distributed load And the more it pushes... Oh yeah, we've picked up speed just doing that. So we're on our way. We'll get there eventually, TM. Hopefully. Otherwise, we'll just get lost, which we don't want to do. Because if we get lost, there's no telling how long it'll take us to get back. But it does mildly concern me that I still can't find Lion's Fang in the distance. Wait. I see something at the top right of the screen there. I don't know what it is though. I don't know. What it might be is it might be Albacore Academy. Which if that's the case, isn't great. Because that means we'll have been going the wrong way. Actually, hold on. If we look at Gold Rock behind us, that's directly southeast. So that is absolutely Albacore Academy out in the distance over there. Which means that we have absolutely been going the wrong way for who knows how long. Well... And we don't have anything for them either, so we can't even make a profit on our mistake, which... Really, that's the tragedy of it all, let's be honest. But that does explain why we haven't seen Lion's Fang off to our left. So... I'm not entirely convinced it is the Academy yet, so we get a little bit closer. It's gotta be the Academy though, it just lines up with the visual navigation. But the problem is now is that the place that we want to go to is directly into the wind from where we started. Or from where we are currently. Which is why we ended up here instead of where we needed to get to in the first place, is because it was directly into the wind. This sailing malarkey. Difficult. Very, very difficult. Yeah, that doesn't look like the outline of a crane. It looks very much like the outline of a building. Well, if we go here, Albacore Academy is up there, and Al-Malem is almost directly south-southwest. South-south-southwest, technically. It's like right here-ish on the compass rose. So, well, currently the problem is that the wind is almost directly coming from the south-south-southwest, which is a bit of an issue, because that's where we need to go. But, heave-ho! Maybe we'll pull some magic and do some crazy tacking maneuvers. If we go ahead and pull the sail all the way tight here, how does that give us? That's west, 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 southwest, which isn't great. Hi Vandy, how you doing? Welcome in. We're currently getting lost on the ocean. We are trying to go here, but we ended up about here. But the wind is coming from here, but we need to go here. So, we're doing well, you know what I mean? We're doing okay. Other than the fact that we're going the wrong way. But, it's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We are still currently going the wrong way, however, which is not great. But we can go a little bit west, we just don't want to go too far west. But we really do need to go further south, because we are currently going way too far west. Yep. It is exactly a sailboat simulator. It's just like old style boats and everything. However, you only have classic navigational tools as well. So like you can only find out where you are based off of the sun, the stars, and a compass. It's a very slow-paced game if you couldn't tell. Unfortunately, not a boat. It's an island that we weren't trying to get to, but we accidentally got to. Which is, you know, it happens. But there is no, like, pillaging or anything in the game. It's very much it's like Truck Simulator, but for sailboats, really. There's no, like, wars or anything like that. It's just like a chill game. And speaking of being a chill game, we're currently facing the wind directly, which means that we're not going anywhere, which isn't great. But we don't want to go... We almost have to go the wrong direction, which, to be fair, is a part of sailing, is going the wrong direction to get to the right direction. But because we need to go directly into the wind, we need to do what's called a tack, which is essentially going at like like 45-degree angles, the wrong way into the wind to go against the other wind. Yeah, sailing against the wind is always wild. And at the current moment, if we go directly into the wind for too much, we'll end up going backwards, which we don't want to do. But we can use going backwards to go forwards again. Basically, you can do like a J-turn, you know? Let's see here, how we doing now? We're still going southwest. Or west-west-southwest, and we need to be going south-southwest-south, but that's fine. As long as we're making progress, I guess. The bane of my existence, mocking me out there. It's like, you went all this way to go the wrong way, you fool! So rude, Albacore Academy, so rude. So we currently have to just do our tack maneuver. We're going to be doing big tacks instead of small tacks, because you basically cover the same amount of distance with the least amount of energy wasted. Because if you do small tacks, you'll basically be on course more, but you'll be spending more of your time turning than you would if you just do a big tack. So we'll probably start our tack maneuver here in probably about 2 minutes or so. And then start heading the wrong way again, so we can start heading the right way again. And I think I can just about to see Lion's Fang in the distance, which is, I don't know if you can notice it, but it's that like little dot on the horizon on the right side of the screen. But that is a good indicator of where we need to go next, basically. That may also be what we're looking for currently, but we'll find out as we get closer. Well, smudges on the screen do catch you out a lot in this game. Especially when you're at that point where you're doing one of the big ocean voyages and you see a dot in the distance, you get so excited that it's land. And then after pointing that direction and sailing towards it for an hour, you realize that that dot hasn't gotten any bigger. And why did you just sneeze and the dot moved? Oh yeah, it's a fun time sometimes. And you also get those like tricks of the brain where it's just like, I've been sailing for so long, this should definitely be the thing that I'm looking for. And you just convince yourself that it's what you're looking for. But it's not. It's a mirage. I think that is what we're looking for, you know? Because it looks like a crane. Well, ish. It looks more like a crane than that looks like a crane. That's for sure. But the reason why we can see it in the corners is because the view box in this game is obviously a square instead of a circle. So you can see further away from you in the corners than you can like looking directly at things. Well, it's still directly where the wind's coming from, so we can't exactly get to it yet. We just have to continue on our attack maneuver here. That's okay. We do need to eat some food, so we'll go ahead and eat some more cheese. I don't want to pick up the whole box. Just the cheese. Just the cheese. Thank you. Delicious. A whole wheel of cheese, one go, one sitting. Well, we can see it in the distance sitting here too now. Alright, so that's where we want to go. That is not where we want to go. But it's where we went anyways. And we're just coming out almost up to a point where we can do a good tack on it too. Which is pretty good, honestly. I want to get a little bit closer to the point where it's like right about there-ish before we start the tack. Because we're going to have to go backwards in order to do the tack properly with the way the wind's blowing. Of course, the wind has changed directions a little bit. So we might be able to... What if? But what if? But what if? But what if? Will we have enough wind to do this? We will. Okay, okay. Wind's in the sail. Oh shit, we've got circular wind. Okay, thank God it's calmed down. Whew. Listen, man, I'm from the Midwest, okay? I see circular wind, I get scared. Oh, the waves are building again. But they're slow rollers, so it's not too bad. The biggest issue with building waves at the moment is that they would push us off course, but we're still going mostly the correct direction, so I'm not too worried about it. And then for the three of you watching on the YouTube side, not like stream, but like the video, if you're seeing this part of the video, it means that it will be finished before it hits 2 hours on the clock. But if this takes more than 2 hours worth of streaming to get to the next destination, we may just split this stream up into 2 videos. So, honestly, no matter when you're watching it, the answer will have been answered, so don't worry about it. Really, the only thing that means is that if you were to join us on Twitch for the live recording, that you would be seeing a different episode than the episode you might be expecting for next week. But again, if you're watching this 2 weeks after the second episode dropped, then everything's fine. No, that's when things get confusing. Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. The episodes will be uploaded when the episodes are uploaded, and there's only like 3 people watching the videos anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter when the episodes are uploaded. It also doesn't matter that I swear, because there's only 3 people watching. But still. We like to pretend that we're professionals, okay? Fake it till you make it and all that jazz. Does that mean that I know how to edit? No, it doesn't. But still. Reported for swearing. I know. Hey, it's okay though. Nobody will actually make it this far in the video, so nobody will report the video for swearing. You know what I mean? If you make sure everybody falls asleep or if you make sure everybody falls asleep or clicks off by the time that you start swearing, you're fine. Oh, that's definitely starting to look like a crane now. Which is good, because that's what we want. Because that's the island we're going to. Now, if this was your first time ever sailing on these seas, you would have no idea that the island we're looking for has a crane on it. But I can tell you right now that El Malem has a crane on it. So, you know. But like if you were coming here for the first time, like the first time I came down to Lim, I had no idea it had a crane on it. I just thought it was a weird building or like artifacting of the game. But it's not, it's a crane. The seas are picking up a little bit. But that's okay. Oh, and we're getting close to the island, which of course naturally we'll get there in the dark. As you do. But that's okay. If we get into the island boundary, what we might do is we might drop the anchor, sleep the night, and then do everything else in the day. And then for my friends watching on Twitch, we might switch games after this. Might do... If I feel like putting the wheel up, we might do some Truck Simulator or something. If I don't feel like putting the wheel up, we might do like Train Simulator or something. Because I haven't done that yet on the channel, and I want to see how it works. Because like it's another one of those games where it's just like boring. But if I can yap my way through an hour and a half of Sailwind, I feel like I could yap my way through some Train Simulator, you know what I mean? But we'll see. If you're on YouTube and you're like, man, I want to watch Train Simulator be streamed, then you should follow me on Twitch, baby. We're on the way to 50 followers on Twitch. Join the crew. We stream live. We do the Sailwind recordings live, so that's fun. Pog Twains, exactly, Vandy. See, Vandy gets it. I do go live at like 1:30 in the morning Eastern. So there's a reason it's called Insomniac Yacht Club. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. It's late. All right, there's a reason we call it this. Like, we're not recording this thing at noon and being like, oh, we can't sleep, so we're calling it Insomniac Yacht Club. No, it's because it's the times when people usually sleep that we record the episodes. That's why it's, hey, you get it, You're smart. You figured it out. Oh, and of course, as soon as we need to start doing the tack maneuver again, the island's just like exactly in the right direction where the wind is coming from. That's okay, we needed to do a tack maneuver anyways. Oh, it's like exactly where the island is coming from. Okay, that actually might be able to use that to our advantage. If we go slightly this way, we might be okay. Might be okay. We might not be okay, but we might be okay. But I am thinking of like other things that I want to bring to the YouTube channel and the Twitch channel. I like the idea of recording things on Twitch and then posting them basically raw, like VOD style, to YouTube. Mostly because I don't know how to edit, so that just means my life is easier if I don't have to edit shit. You know what I mean? So like, there's a method to the madness, it's just mostly madness and laziness. Let's see here. So speaking of which, like I want to do like a hardcore playthrough of either Euro Truck Simulator or American Truck Simulator. I don't really know which. I feel like American Truck Simulator would make more sense because like, well, as they start releasing more states, like I could start actually like being like, oh, I know these states, like, and tell stories about that kind of thing. But I'm also not a professional trucker in any sense of the capacity, so like it really would make no sense for me to be like, we're trucking in America, I know exactly what's going on, because like that's just not true. So I can just be total ignorant and do like a Euro Truck Sim ETS2 playthrough on like the hardcore difficulty. So we might do that, because honestly that's more interesting to me. But I don't know. We might try both. But also the only reason why I'm leaning towards ETS2 is because I have a personal hardcore difficulty profile for American Truck Simulator that I've been working on for like the last 2 or 3 years. And I don't really want to restart that profile. You know what I mean? Because like, it's a grind, don't get me wrong. But like, I'd be willing to do it. Because I want to start making more YouTube videos. Because like, this is the kind of thing that like I've always wanted to do. Ever since I was a wee lad watching Achievement Hunter in high school, I was like, making YouTube videos for video games is what I want to do when I grow up. And then I had horrible ADHD, and then I had great ideas and just didn't do anything. if you join the Discord from the Twitch channel, like you'll find out that like I first made the rules for the rules page for the Discord back in like 2020 or whatever it was, because I was like, I'm gonna go full into streaming now because I'm off work because of COVID, and then I was only off work for like 2 weeks because of COVID, so because I was an essential employee. I worked at a vape shop, okay, don't get it twisted. I was not an essential employee by any sense of the means. And even then, even during that whole period, I was working at a coffee shop more than I was working at the vape shop, because there was a coffee shop built into the vape shop. So realistically, the only reason why we were essential employees was because the vape shops needed to be, or the coffee shop needed to be staffed. I mean, it's essential, but like, it's not essential to be being paid less, you know what I mean? We're not gonna get into that right now. That is a discussion for when the YouTube people aren't here. I love you YouTube people, but you have the power of pausing and clipping and doing all that fun things that we just don't need you to have right now. But I would argue that the coffee was essential. I would not argue that the vape shop was essential. Especially when they were paid more to sit at home than I was getting paid to go in for a month. But again, not a discussion for now. Man, we're at that exact perfect moment where like we don't want to go to sleep because we're too close to the island, but we're just far enough away from the island where if we don't sleep, we're going to be awake for frickin' ever. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the sail a little bit. And we're going to take a look-see. We still have some food and water, so we'll go ahead and take a nap. And take an eep. Eep, 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 eep. And I said, honk shoo me 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 me. Honk shoo me 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 me. And then it should wake us up if we're about to hit the island. Which wouldn't be the worst thing, because then we'd be close to the island. But also, we might crash into the island, which would not be ideal. So. But we got auto woken up because we need to drink some water, which is good. And we are still far-ish from the island. So what we'll do is we'll fill up. Oh, it's a good thing that we bought another barrel of water because that barrel is now empty. So we're going to go ahead and take 2 drinks. And then we should be woken up again by the time that we are close to the island. Because we're only auto-woken up when we need to drink and when we need to eat. And then if we're about to crash, sometimes you get woken up if there's a big storm. And then sometimes you get woken up at midnight and noon. That way you can do your, if you have the tools, you can do the, words, I don't know the words. The navigational things. But we don't have a clock, which makes that difficult, so. We also don't have the map to allow us to tell us where we are on the map, which is also difficult. So, at the moment we just sleep. Mostly to pass time. And are we getting closer? Kind of. Are we getting farther? I don't think so. If I turn the wheel to the left, we start going to the right, which means we are currently going backwards, which is not great. But that's okay. We can start our J-turn maneuver again. So basically, by the time that that flag starts to get looking a little bit sideways, or by the time that we start turning to the right again, which is right about now, we can turn the wheel almost all the way to the left again. And just like that, we are now no longer heading directly into the wind. But we're still not further or closer away from the island, which does kind of suck. So we'll put that about there-ish, just about a quarter sail, and we'll go back to sleep. And we'll be woken up again when we need food and water. And hopefully we'll be closer to the island this time instead of the same distance away from it. Hopefully. Whether we do or not, who knows? Oh! What is going on? The ocean is angry. Alright, you know what? We're not close to the island, but it's daytime and we're full up on sleep and everybody can see, so... Well, we're good enough. And I think the ocean is yelling. The ocean is screaming. It's honestly kind of rude. Like, I'm trying to make a video here and stream here, ocean, okay? Like, calm down. Well, there's an AI boat there in the distance. Hey, you over there. What are the trade good prices looking like out on the limb today? Bad news, I don't think they can hear us. Probably because the ocean's being so loud. Can you hear me? Can you hear me over there? He's in the top right corner of the screen in case you just think I'm screaming to myself. I am. But there is a reason for it. Hello? No, he's not responding. Alright. Oh well. That island over there is Lion's Fang, which is right here on the map. It's uninhabited, so we probably won't ever be going there. The salmon is due tomorrow, and then the male is due today, so we kind of have to get there sooner rather than later. But also, the wind's coming directly from the island again, as it has for the last 3 days. Joy of joys. Well, this is our... Oh, I thought I just threw that piece of cheese overboard. I was ready to go jumping in for it. Oh. I saw that cheese go flying and I said, no, not my cheese. You can go ahead and turn the lantern off. Honestly, I think we might clear that promontory out there, so we might be okay. Because the dock for this island is right on the other side of that little nubbin on the left of the island. My friend, where are you headed to? Unless you're going directly south, you are not using the wind efficiently over there. But if you're going like to Gold Rock, you should be going a lot faster, my friend. I mean, I guess we're in sailboats, but still. I can't tell which way they're going. Yeah, they're going to Gold Rock. Bro, what is taking you so long? Like, I'm going upwind and I'm still going faster than you are. My friend, what are you doing? Open your sails, brother. Catch the full wind. You're sailing way too close hauled for the wind that you have at your disposal. Ah, well. Who am I to tell another man how to sail? Or not man, I don't know. Who am I to tell another they how to sail? Well, I guess they are going south. Alright, well, you know, fair play. I'm sorry. I assumed. I should not have assumed. You still aren't moving very quick. And your sail appears to have disconnected from the yard, which is not great. But I believe in you. You'll be fine. Maybe. Yeah, not my problem. I don't even have a character model. I couldn't even help you if I wanted to. Oh, I just put his sails up. Oh, no, he didn't. They were just directly on. Okay, well. I have object permanence, I promise. But yeah, see we got little cranes on this island. And we are now within the island boundary, which is why the ocean is no longer screaming its full head off at us. But it also means that, oh, I thought that was like a creature or something. It was just the cloth roof. But it also means that we've got clear, clean, flat waters. That there's artifacting from the ropes. It does that, don't worry about it. The bird noise that you hear, I believe, is from the music and not from the game. It might be from the game, but I very much doubt it's from the game, because I don't remember ever hearing bird noises. Also, there's a surprising lack of, well, birds to be making bird noises, but that doesn't change much, you know. Because sometimes when you're in like the big markets in like Old Rock City and everything back there, like even when there's nobody at the market noise still plays at nighttime, because the market people are only up there from sunup to sundown, but the sound of like the hustling bustling market goes continuously. That noise that you're hearing is the luffing of the sails, which means that we are going directly into the wind, which isn't great, because it means that we're not going forwards, but we can turn a little bit and clear her out. And there is, up on the right side here, right before we get to the dock, is we've got a little bit of a shallow water bank. We don't have too much weight on the boat, so we're not at risk of getting too stuck. And even if we do get stuck, we can always jump out and push. So we can always do that if we need to. Last resort kind of a thing, but if they're gonna make us strong, we're gonna be strong, you know what I mean? So on the current course, it's gonna be close. We probably got, I don't know, what is that, 3-4 feet deep at the keel? So we may actually want to come just dodge it a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. And then usually when I'm this far from the dock, I like to put up the sails a little bit, but because we're going upwind, we're already going slow. So I don't want to crawl into the dock at a snail's pace. Oh, that's a bit close there, bud. When you look at it though, it's pretty far off. Oh yeah, we still have about, I don't know, 5-6 feet of depth beneath the keel there. What we will go do is we'll come over here, joggle her about, go up to about half sail. That should work. And dodge it just a little bit more. And then there's no damage in the game, so like we could just hit the dock at Mach 7. Granted, doing Mach 7 in a sailboat would be the most impressive part about hitting the dock at Mach 7, but still, it wouldn't really do anything. That. Oh, there we go. Tire down. Grab the aft mooring line. And pop it down over here. And bring her taut. Reel her in, boys, I got a big one. Well, you're not gonna believe this, Gus. I caught a boat. Caught a boat? Yeah, look at this. Got sails and everything. Alright, but we're here at El Nalem for the first time in the playthrough, so we'll go ahead and take the mail. Oh, poor dude's cart got stuck in the ocean. Nah, hate to see it. Spin this thing like a Beyblade. And oh, it got delivered before I could throw it at him. That's probably a good thing. But everything else we've got on the boat, other than our barrel of beer, honey beer, oh rum, sorry, I can read. Don't worry about it. Beyblade, I know. We'll just spin this up with the mouse wheel, hold T to put it in throw position, and give it a yeet. Oh my god, buckets. So they're mead, yes, but the game calls it honey beer for some reason. I don't really know why. And then we've got this and 2 other boxes of salmon that we have on our, that we're trading. We're hoping to make at least 77 coins from the first box, and I think it's 76 and then 75 coins on the second and third boxes respectively. Because as you trade, the value of the thing does go down, so it is like an active market. And then most of what we have on the boat at the moment is in fact salmon. Well, pretty much everything that's left on the boat is salmon. So we'll go ahead and grab this salmon, and this is the last box of traded salmon. So we'll go ahead and pop this on the jetty here. Bonk, there you go. And then, so here's the thing, we're not going to deliver the salmon that we have, because I don't know if it's going to get rid of the price. So we're going to go over here to salmon, we could sell it for 182. Oh, it's gone up a bit, because, well, no, because we bought it for 107. But it's currently worth, oh, that was 6 days ago, though. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and sell our salmons. Oh, we made bank on those. Let's go ahead and grab our receipt, and if we go ahead and look at our logs here, trade receipts, we bought our 3 boxes of salmon for 330 Albacore lions, and we just sold them for 538. So that is a 200 coin come up, and we take those. We take those. Which is good, because that's basically what we're going to have to spend on the box of candles. And then we can also grab the, we can grab the big bottle while we're here, finally. But first things first, before we grab the big bottle, and we may actually not grab the big bottle today, because I may save the big bottle for next week's episode, so that way I can do a clickbaity title on YouTube. Yeah, see, you're thinking like a professional now. How do I change the playthrough so it could be more clickbaity, to make the title more interesting? That being said, though, I can't imagine finally buying the big bottle is a super exciting title of a video. But it is funny to me, I'm not gonna lie. But the entire point of this episode was to finally get to Eldeleb so we can finally get the big bottle. But find out next week when we finally buy the big bottle. But no, I'm not gonna do that. But then also, like, the loading at the end of the video is proper boring. Like, it's gotta be boring. Like, that's when I clicked off of my own video, so like, I know it's boring. So like, or do we do it in this video, so that way we keep the people being like, oh, but when is he gonna buy the big bottle? And then we're making them wait till the absolute end of the video when we finally buy the big bottle. Now you're thinking with portals. See, that's what I'm saying. I do need water, though. That is a real thing. And I don't actually want to buy... I think we do buy the big bottle, because I don't want to fill up this bottle with more water. I don't want to fill up that bottle, the 5-drink bottle, with more water from the full barrel that we have, because then that will be an odd number, and I don't like odd numbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this barrel. Now what we could have done with this empty barrel is when we were in the ocean and sailing, we could have actually just chucked it in the ocean to not have to deal with it on our boat anymore, because the next time we reload the game, the barrel would just despawn. However, the barrel is worth at least like $3, and well, we take $3 if we can get $3, you know what I mean? So we're going to come over to this person and be like, oh, it's $5. Absolutely, we're going to sell the barrel for $5. Why do you not want my barrel? Take my barrel. Thank you. That's 5 extra coins for a barrel. We absolutely take those. Now, we still can't buy the big bottle yet. I know, everybody's mad. However, we have another crate on board the boat, which is now empty. And I want it off of the boat, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab it so we can sell it. But Dan, we want to see the big bottle. Yeah, I know. I want to see the big bottle too. But we're getting there. We're getting there. We just gotta shake this, you know? We just gotta shake it. Just wake up the crate. Wakey wakey, crates and bakey. Well, yeah, these are the big mines. They do mining things. Not sand, believe it or not, even though it looks like sand. It's either iron or copper or stone, I think. I don't remember. But see, that's 9 extra coins for not littering in the ocean. We take those. Now, coconuts. These are evil, okay? Because you buy a thing of coconuts thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have a nice tropical treat to snack on my whole voyage, right? Like the things of cheese. But you can't eat the coconuts. You can buy the coconuts, but you can only trade the coconuts. You can't eat the coconuts, which is very annoying. Let's see here. What do you? So this is the person with the bottles, and this right here is the beautiful bottle. Wait, why does that only say 2 coins? Nope, this is the big bottle. Oh, scared me right there for a second. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you, sell that bottle, which is worth technically nothing. It is worth something in some of the other regions because it's a little bit more of an inflated economy than some of the other regions. I know, I need water, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy and drink this for 2 coins. And then I'm gonna give this back to you. I said I'm gonna give this back to you, there you go. And then I'm gonna buy the big empty bottle. Oh, it's beautiful. Honestly, I am just gonna buy 2. I now have a full inventory, but that's fine. 41 coins here to buy a barrel of water. Meanwhile, we bought the barrel of water that we currently have on board for 26 coins. So we did good there. And really, that big bottle, this absolute unit of a bottle, is the only reason we came to LNLM. Because that means that we have 10 drinks in a bottle instead of just 5 drinks in a bottle. Which is nice, because that means you don't have to go and refill it all the time. Let's see here. How are we looking for reputation? Reputation is still going up, which is very good, very nice. We're currently looking at 655 coins for money, which is also very good, very nice. Just as a reminder, we need probably about 1,000 coins to buy all the navigational equipment. And then we're gonna need 35 times 75 of these coins in order to purchase the big boat. So we still have a bit of grinding left to do. So, but we'll go ahead and look in here and, well, honestly I'll probably do all this jazz off camera. So we're gonna go ahead and take out our big bottle, our big beautiful bottle. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? Look at you. All hail the big beautiful bottle. 10 drinks. You don't believe me? Watch this. 60 out of 60? You mean 50 out of, I forgot the button for a second there, don't worry about it. You mean 50 out of 60? Oh, oh, oh. That's the beauty of the big bottle. Good stuff. Oh, and now our broom is out the way. Hold on. Clean up the boat a little bit more. And we will pop you there. Meanwhile, the YouTube people who are watching the video are like, bro, why didn't you end the video before you did all this boring stuff at the end? Because I don't stop asking questions, okay? How about that? But speaking of which, there we go. We have our big beautiful bottle. It's gorgeous. This is gonna be our outro screen. It's just this big bottle. For the YouTube viewers, thank you so much for watching. Don't remember to like, comment, and subscribe and all that jazz. I know you hate hearing it, I hate saying it, but it does help. It does actually do things. I have to do this on a 10-second mark because the YouTube editor only does things at 10-second increments when I like cut and splice and all that jazz, right? So everybody, bye YouTube. Thank you, Vandy, for saying goodbye to the YouTube friends. And, this has been Dan speaking. I will see you later. Peace.